attend this lecture, and thank you very much, Ms. Mala, for agreeing to do this. We're very appreciative. This is a great film. I don't know how many people have seen this film. Full house. It's absolutely, it gets funnier all the time you watch it. And people, I know, I can speak for myself, I know a lot of the lines. So. But I'm going to turn it over to Phyllis Italiano. Phyllis Italiano. Thank you very much.
First, I want to tell you that this young man was Italian American. And among young Italian Americans, this is a cult film. And it's because it's the only one that shows Italian American families as they are. There's not one person who is in the rackets. There's not one person who has a gun. You know, the louder you scream, the more you win the argument. But nobody hits anybody, you know, and it's a lot about food. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how it came about. My sister Anne, she was 41 when she had her one and only child, and it was quite a thing for her. She was bolted over. She would say to me, "You never told me it would be this constant." I had 4, she had 1. And my older sister had 4. She only had the 1, but she was, you know, she had been a big earner from the time she was 19 years old and used to not doing. And I remember her hanging diapers out in Fire Island and looking at me across at the other house with almost tears in her eyes. And she went back to Hollywood after the baby was a little older, my nephew Max. And she worked some, and my parents always went out and took care of the child. And because, you know, in show business, you stop filming at 8 o'clock. And then she became involved in something that the AFI, you know, American Film Institute, had called the Women's Directors Project. And she made 2 films, 2 very short films, one with Salma Jens called August, and the other one, of course, is Fatso. Now, Fatso is about my family. It's my mother's side, the hysterics. And Dom, who at that time had the beginnings of the weight problem. You'll see he's not what he was towards the end. But my older sister was. My older sister was about 250 pounds at 5'4" at this time. So she was writing this for sort of both of them in mind. And when it was finished, people said to her, "Hey, it's good. Why don't you make it into a movie?" And she said, "How will I do that? How can I make it from this short little thing to a 90-minute script?" And I don't know who said it to her, but I called Mel, and Mel said that, you know, between the 2 of us, we thought it was either Bill Gibson or Arthur Penn. My feeling is it was probably Arthur, because I know she adored him. He just died recently also, and he said to her, whoever this person was, said to her, "You know how to do it, Annie. You just start with the words, fade in." Just the way every movie script begins. Fade in. And she sat down at her desk in the Beverly Hills mansion, and she wrote for 2 straight weeks and produced this film, which is just riddled with stuff about our upbringing and our family. And so much so that my own children are in it. As a matter of fact, so am I. I worked on it with her. I happened to be living in California, which was my dream growing up. I went there when I was 14, fell in love, and here I was going back as a divorced woman with 4 children, and I worked on this film with her from the beginning to the end, and I also had a little part. So, but I had black hair. So I hope see lines in here that gentlemen like him quote to each other. I can tell you, and I hope you will love it as much as I do.